Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Damien and I want to welcome you to my first Halloween DIY. I'm going to be doing Halloween DIYs all month long. Halloween is my favorite holiday, so I wanted to change things up here in the channel. As you can see, I'm not in my usual backdrop. I just wanted to make things a little bit more creepy. But anyways, as you saw from the title, this video is going to be inspired by The Little Shop of Horrors. If you don't know what that is, it's an off-Broadway musical from 1982. Then it was adapted into a movie in 1986, and I really recommend it. Now, it is a musical, so I know that's not for everyone, but it's still really cool. So what makes this movie so special? Well, I think it's the fact that they use a Venus flytrap as inspiration. And if you don't know me, I actually have real Venus flytraps, as you can see here on my Instagram. I do feed them from time to time, and yes, they do eat flies and worms and other things. I really love them. They're so weird, so creepy, but so cute at the same time. But anyways, this DIY is very budget friendly. Pretty much everything, like 90% of the things, are from Dollar Tree, so I don't think you're gonna spend more than 20 bucks in making them. So if you want to make your own Venus flytrap, this is what you're going to need. Our Venus flytrap is going to be made out of these plungers that I found at Dollar Tree. Pretty much everything is going to be from Dollar Tree. And the first step is to remove the stickers that they have. They were so hard to take off, so I started using Glue Gun. If you don't know what this is, it's to remove labels and anything sticky, so I really recommend it. Just wait for it to dry a little bit. Next, I'm going to be using this marsh green acrylic paint, and this is to paint the sticks, or the stem basically. And I'm doing both my sticks because I'm gonna be doing 2 of them. But if you're just going to do one, then just do one, but you're gonna have an extra stick that maybe you can use for something else later on. Now we paint the actual plunger, and I'm using acrylic paint. Honestly, this can be whatever color you want. It can be white or black, just whatever base you want, because later on I'm gonna show you the actual color that I'm using. It's kind of like a nice metallic green, and that's gonna give it a lot of dimension. I think I did 2 or 3 coats of this just to really saturate everything so it can be ready for the next acrylic paint. Now this is the final color I'm going to use. It's Color Shift in the shade of Green Flash. And you can find this at Walmart. It's just a little bit more expensive. I think it was $3. But the finish on this is really nice. It does have that kind of like holographic look to it, but just like in the shade of greens. Inside, I'm going to be using a dark red. It almost looks the same as the actual rubber, but I don't know, I just like how it looks. It looks kind of like a mouth or kind of like blood, so I just went with it. Next, from Dollar Tree, I found these really nice garlands, or kind of like ivies, and I'm going to wrap these around the stem so it can look more like a plant. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky. When I was doing this project, I pretty much had everything envisioned except this part. I have no idea how to put the 2 like lips together, so my only option was to glue it with E6000 and let it dry for, I think it was 2 days. So that made my process a little longer than I expected. If you have any suggestions on how to glue these two together but have it open, let me know. Also from Dollar Tree, I'm going to be using these really weird like greenery. It really does look like tongues, or I don't know, it reminds me of like the skin of like dinosaurs or something. I don't know why, but I'm going to be adding these at the very top, kind of like these are his main leaves. Like I mentioned before, the tricky part of the mouth is to have it glued on one side, but eventually have the mouth open. So what I'm gonna use to keep it open are these little wooden sticks that I painted red, just like the inside of the mouth. But I feel like this can be done with some type of wire. I just didn't have any wire with me. For the teeth, I'm going to be using this mat that I found at Dollar Tree. You can pretty much use whatever you want. It can be cardboard or foam or anything else. I just wanted mine to be a little bit more durable. And since this is kind of like vinyl, I think it was perfect for this. So I'm just going to cut the areas that are white. Then I'm going to cut them in triangles, and those are going to be our teeth. I did 6 in total, 3 for the upper lip and 3 for the bottom. But if you want to add more, just make the triangles a little smaller, or if you want to get creative, you can do more like jagged teeth or something like that. I even thought about doing these with fake nails, you know, just paint them white or something, but I just ended up doing this vinyl. Instead of complicating things and removing that little thing from the plunger on top, I'm just going to cover it. I painted a little circle made out of the same mat that I used for the teeth, and I think that solved it and it looks cleaner. For my planter, I'm going to be using this basket that I found at Dollar Tree. And I'm going to spray paint it black on the outside, but keep the inside red. Since I don't want to fill the entire basket with moss, I'm going to cut these 2 circles, and this is going to raise the bottom of my planter. By the way, shout out to my mom. She was FaceTiming me and she was looking at everything that I was doing and she was encouraging me. So, hey mom, hola madre. I think my dad was there too, so hola papi. Anyways, so going back to these like levelers, I don't know what to call them. I'm just going to cut a little like square on the middle, and this is where my plunger is going to be. I know it looks a little weird right now, but you'll see right now what I mean. So I put the plunger in the middle, hot glued the end so it doesn't move, and I'm just gonna put both of them together. And as you can see, the bed of the planter is raised. Now I can put my moss. You can also find this at Dollar Tree. But we're not done yet. This Venus flytrap is very hungry, so what I'm gonna be doing is a little lunchbox for him. Again, from Dollar Tree, I found this little chest that I'm going to paint brown. And I'm actually surprised how well this turned out, because the brown actually acted like a stain. So it looked way better than what I was expecting. I painted the inside black. And now with red acrylic paint, I'm going to be writing "Feed me" on the inside. If you haven't seen Little Shop of Horrors, please do so. Then again, it's a musical, so it might not be for everyone, but it's so much fun. As you can see, I did like 2 or 3 coats just so the red can really pop. And now we just add a little bit of moss inside. And what I did was to chop little pieces of this little skeleton, again from Dollar Tree. I think the package has like 6 of them. So you know, it's okay to chop one off. You still have many others to use in other decorations or craft projects. And that's it for this little chest and for everything. And this is the final look. And those are my Venus flytraps. Aren't they cute? I was actually just feeding one of them and they were really hungry. They are a lot of work, but they're worth it. That is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments if you would ever have a real Venus flytrap at home. And like I said, I'm gonna be bringing you Halloween DIYs all month long, so please subscribe if you haven't done so. Again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next Sunday. Ciao.